It's Ava a step, and that one misses for ball 1 to Ava.
I mean, at the least, you wanted to get that ball out of the infield and maybe push that runner from second to third, but a pop-up in the infield was just about one of the worst things you could do in that situation.
Pop-up strikeout, right? Pitch, outside corner, that one in there for strike one. 1-1 a step, and she's going to take a couple steps back.
I think she has to calm herself down. I don't think she particularly liked that call.
Pitch popped up, and that's going to find its way into the sunny bleachers, the aluminum style bleachers. No souvenirs at the OHSA state semis. You got to give that ball back.
Give that back. But you might get a coupon for something like at the concession stand.
I don't think you do.
I don't think so.
Don't give people false hopes.
No.
Anthony Hartwig. Pitch driven left field. Pauline can't make the play. Gets behind her. To the fence it goes. 2 runs going to come in. It was one of those in-between balls, and a step makes them pay. And it's a 3-0 Wheelersburg lead.
We saw Pauline in the first inning be able to adjust to a ball that she initially misread. That time, unable to.
That thing was tailing off the bat of a left-hander, and Pauline was just caught in between. Not a whole lot she could do. And here comes the 2-hitter. Haley Myers was still a runner in scoring position. That one misses outside, ball 1. Keep in mind that if there is trouble for Stakowicz, you still have Sam Suzanne, who's a pretty good pitcher in her own right.
And she did pitch on Tuesday night for the first time in quite a while against Talmadge, so she's a little bit loose.
Dribble to the pitcher. Stakowicz turns, fires, and retires the side. 2 runs come across. It is 3-0 in favor of Wheelersburg. Heading to the top of the third, South Range looking to move the sticks. Back after this on your Sports Network.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Welcome back, fans. DJ Yoakley, Anthony Hartwig here with you. South Range trails 3-0 here in the top of the third. If you're just joining us, it's been all Wheelersburg. They score 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and now South Range behind that 8 ball. They're going to have to start doing something offensively, Anthony, or they're going to have to fight back from even further behind the rest of the way, because this offense for Wheelersburg, no joke.
And there's no breaks. They almost had Wheelersburg out of the inning, and then here comes the prototypical leadoff hitter that probably doesn't get into too many RBI situations. Comes up with 2 on and hits 1 to left field to the fence to drive in 2.
So it'll be A and Rupert, then the top of the lineup with Brogan to start the third. Raiders still haven't made it through the entirety of their lineup to this point in the third. Will obviously do so this inning, but you got to start making some progress, and you got to start pulling all the rabbits out of the hat here if you're South Range.
This might be the beginning we look back at and say this is the turning point, because right now Wheelersburg has a lot of momentum, and this at bat for South Range is when they need to stem the tide.
So the left-handed freshman, Anna A., power hitting, gap hitting, will stand in and try to start something here against Howard. The pitch. Lefty cuts it back and just missed that one for strike 1. You always know that you would have had an awesome hit, potentially a home run, if it goes straight back with the same trajectory that you'd want it to go out of the ballpark in, and that was what we had there.
And it tells the pitcher that the hitter timed it up perfectly, just didn't get on the right plane. So you usually see a mix of speed coming up after that.
He goes to second base, tripping over on feet, but coming up and making the play is that second baseman. And a nice job by Emma Smith to put A away for out number 1.
It's plays like that that gets you into the state championship game.
Ashley Rupert will stand in. Her first time through, her first look at Howard.
Rupert has made the most out of opportunities late in the season. She was not a consistent starter at the beginning of the year, only played in 13 games so far this year.
Cuts on the first pitch and misses for strike 1.
But she's hitting 360.
Ashley Rupert, the bottom, almost a second leadoff hitter for Jeff DeRose in this lineup. DeRose, antsy over at first base in that coach's box as Rupert fouls this one back to the screen for strike 2. A lot of South Range faithful, hands on their hips right now, just nervous.
Waiting for something to happen positive for this Raiders team, and until it does, you just kind of sit there nervously.
Howard misses up and out, and it now 1-2 the count as it cuts it in half for Rupert. Rupert long standing, waiting for Howard to make the connection with her battery mate. Here's the pitch, the 1-2, and Rupert gonna drive it. That one shallow right field. They're gonna try to make the play at first, and they did! Wow! You don't see that very often at all, as it hopped right into the right fielder's glove off the bounce, fires to first, and got Rupert by a step and a half.
Wow.
And back to the top of the lineup where Kira Brogan resides. Raiders going to try to really make the most out of their second time through the batting order. Howard is getting all the defensive help she needs as Brogan sends one into the gap. That one's going to find its way into the fence. Brogan around first into second. She's going to put the brakes on, gets back to the bag safely, and the shortstop trips over Brogan. So the big hit for Kira Brogan comes up clutch yet again with a 2-out double for the Raiders.
She's seen 2 pitches, and that was because she went after the first pitcher first at bat. So 2 pitches, one of them is a double to the gap. So that's a pretty good day.
So Maddie Dato is going to stand in again. This is a young lady. We were down in South Carolina when she was playing Ainer. She was the fire starter, and she needs to be that again for this Raiders squad. First pitch, she pops it up. Shallow, it's coming in and making the grab in center field as the Raiders leave 1, score none, and we're on to the bottom of the 3rd where the heart of the lineup coming up for Wheelersburg. We'll be back after this on your sports network.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller of WRS Insurance Solutions and proud South Range alum.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a proud, local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722, on the web at wrsinsurancesolutions.com, or visit us at our South Avenue office.
So back we come here as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 3-0. Wheelersburg over your South Range Raiders. First pitch swung on. Deep it goes. Left field. That one is gone. Wasting no time. Wheelersburg adds to it as Macy Eaton goes deep to left field, and the Raiders fall further behind 4-0.
Got to be careful with your first pitches against this team. They will go after them, and that one just caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And Eaton made Stakowitz pay with that mistake. And now they are Grand Slam proof, are the Lady Pirates. And here is Katie Boggs, the sophomore. That's senior leadership if I've ever seen it. Whammy. Boggs takes a hefty hack at that one for strike one. 4-0 here. Wheelersburg has scored in each of the innings thus far. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, now 1 here in the third, right off the jump, as Boggs fouls this one back to the screen for strike 2. You know, and talking to, again, Coach Farron about the offense, he said, you're going to see offense. Okay, so the next inning, we're going to see that 4, 5, 6, 7 that the Raiders are so good in. But keep in mind, they've been down 4 runs before, and they've won games.
And they were down early to Poland. They gave up back-to-back home runs in the first inning. Before they could blink, they were down 3-0 in that district championship.
So if you're ready to turn the game off as this one gets away on a swinging strike. And man, when it is raining, it is pouring. And good luck for Wheelersburg right now as they get a strikeout and get a base runner. Boggs with a heads-up play as it got past Kelly Zolik. And now Boggs stands at first base. Nobody down as Zolik slides to her right to block that one. 1-0 to Andy Joe Howard, the pitcher. Howard slices that one foul, evens the count, 1-1.
That was just the second time that Zolik has let a ball get away like that all season. Not usually prone to letting pitches get away from her like that.
That is upstairs. Ball 2. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. That might actually get ruled as a wild pitch.
Okay.
Kelly certainly tried to block it, just got past her as Howard swings and misses for strike 2. I don't know how they're going to score that. That's one of those anomalies you just never know. Our friends over at Game Changer can sort it out. That one upstairs. Zolik able to get a mid on it. And the count extends full 3-2 to Howard. Nobody down, runner on first. Pitch upstairs, and now there's 2 Pirates aboard here to start the third inning.
This is that opportunity for Wheelersburg to have their traditional crooked inning that they've had so many times this year.
And a courtesy runner is going to be in place for Howard over at first base. And Wheelersburg, you can feel it. The momentum is certainly on their side, and Stakowitz has to figure a way to twist out of this. Fans, don't forget, we will have the Canfield matchup coming up 3 o'clock. As that one misses as well. Ball 1 to Skyver.
Wheelersburg has scored 68 runs in their 5 tournament games so far, so that tells you how much they've been hitting at the end of the season.
Pitch is roped past Bartels, who was in. Pauline fires it in, gonna be late, and another run scores for Wheelersburg with runners now at first and third. It's a 5-0 Pirate lead. Skyver comes through in the clutch as well. And that's a tough look because you've got your corners are in.
Right.
With nobody down, there's not a whole lot that Gretchen Bartels can do in that hot corner.
But that's also the good adjustment from the plate. You see the corners in and you say, okay, if I hit the ball hard to the left side, it's going to be really hard for the third baseman to make a play on it. So you turn on that inside pitch and you hit it hard to the left side and see what happens, and it found the 5-6 hole.
Jeff DeRose is going to go out and have a meeting with his infield, conversing with them, probably telling them, hey, we got to make a play here. But keep your head on a swivel. Keep your spirits high, and let's go get the sticks. DeRose will dismiss, head back to the first base dugout, and we will see Emma Smith, runners at first and third. Nobody down. And let's see how Stakowitz gets out of this. The bunt is shown, and strike is called as Smith pulls back. And the runner goes to second. Uncontested. So now runners in scoring position. Smith takes high, ball one. Oh, Carter, excuse me. My apologies. That one away. 2 balls and a strike. Cut on and missed.
It's a nice pitch. You're looking, the hitter's looking to pull, so you go outside, and it was a pull swing. No chance to get that outside pitch.
To the wind deals and leaves it outside. Nice block by Zolik behind the dish as the count extends full 3-2. There is a vacancy over at first base, but not sure you want to utilize it here with nobody down. You'd like to get something started. And ball 4 on a borderline pitch. Will occupy first base now. Nowhere to put anybody for Stakowicz.
That's the bad news for Stakowicz. The good news is now there's a force out anywhere. So if the ball's hit on the ground, the infield can come home and get the force out at the plate.
Infield is in, Ant. Outfield is deep. No doubles there as first pitch catches the zone for strike one. So this is Emma Smith. I was a little ahead of myself. Apologies. Smith waits and fouls this one back and falls in the bucket 0-2.
Yeah, Stakowicz taking advantage of a little bit of aggressiveness here. Knows Wheelersburg wants the big hit with the bases loaded, and both those pitches looked a little bit outside of the zone. So Smith helping her out with a couple of balls that are hard to hit.
The 0-2, cut on and miss. Stakowicz gets one back. So one down, and this is an integral part of this softball game, man. When you think about this, this can either shift the game one way